Join me on a relatively quick photo walk of a beautiful Japanese garden with a summer festival going on. This was the second day of the event. The first day there was rain, so I think that had an effect. On this day, there wasn't quite as much going on as I usually had seen throughout the years of this event, but still fun to check out. With the camera equipment, I was using the Sony A7s. This is obviously a video focused camera, but it works just fine for photos. However, I did have it set up in a mode that was not perfect for the situation, as I'll get to. With that, I was using the Sony FE 24-70mm f4 OSS lens. I wanted some range with this to see how it would work out at the event. The photos are in RAW format processed with ACDSee 2023. I did enable lens corrections. It's nice that there was a profile available. You can see when I toggle that on and off, there's a pretty noticeable difference, so it's good to use those when you can. Other than that, I didn't change anything with the processing. I was using simple program mode. I was very curious to see how the camera would handle the exposure, shutter speeds, and honestly, it was not great. Relatively low shutter speeds. Use the simple modes, see if they work well for you, but also consider using manual mode, using aperture priority, shutter priority, and just try to figure out what you can do with this camera, get the best out of it. This camera does not have a touchscreen, but you can definitely adjust the focus point. In this case, I was not doing that. I have done it on previous outings with the camera, and it definitely helps. So keep in mind with your camera, try things out, but also figure out modes and settings and ways of using the camera that will work best and get the most consistent results. I was able to get some very nice photos out of this, as you'll see here. I can zoom in on these, and yeah, there's a fair amount of detail considering this camera is around 12 megapixel. Don't expect the world from it, but I think you can still get pleasant photos with this combination. I've taken photos at this garden a lot, just walked around, enjoying the beautiful scenery, but also in addition to this, all of the event photography. I think my favorite photos were from this booth with the lucky cats and paper crafts. Very cute subjects. I really like those. So taking a few pictures of that, those are my favorites. There was the Ikebana flower arrangement. When I went on study abroad, flower arrangement was my favorite subject that I was able to do there. So it was cool to see someone doing Ikebana on site. Yeah, that was really neat. Someone painting, of course, all of the stage events. I didn't stay for a long amount of time. It was very warm. Even at 70mm with this lens, I wasn't able to get close enough to really get a lot of detail. Yeah, I didn't want to get in people's way, so just tried to take a few snapshots basically. In addition to things specific to the event, I did walk around the garden a bit and take photos as I usually do. Yeah, beautiful scenery, of course. And then I also took a few photos inside the main building. They have a really nice gift store there. Looking at program mode of this camera, it does tend to overexpose. That's not ideal. It uses slower shutter speeds than I personally would tend to use. There is stabilization in the lens. I honestly can't remember if that was on or not, but even so, there could be other reasons for blurring the photos. So low shutter speeds, yeah, that was one of the issues that the camera was doing in program mode. Using this old equipment, I think you can definitely get nice photos out of it, but you need to put some effort in. So in this case, using straight program mode can work. It's just not going to be super consistent. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this quick little photo outing to a beautiful Japanese garden in my area at a summer event. Scout Photography Bonsai, thanks.